Hey, Solarpreneurs. Today we're going to be talking about how you can use competitions to your advantage and dominate them. All right, so we are entering the summer season, or if you're listening to this at a different time, I think there's some great tips, some nuggets you can pull from this whenever you're competing. All right, so welcome to the show. My name's Taylor Armstrong. We're here to help you close more deals, generate more leads and referrals, and hopefully have a much better time in the solar industry. I recently joined with Sam Taggart's little door-to-door experts group. They're doing a competition right now called the National Knocking League that runs, I think, about 2 months. And then, company, we got a bunch of competitions starting up. If you are entering summer season, you know that this is the time to grind. This is when people are typically getting their highest bills in solar. And most companies are running lots of competitions during the summer. And if you're running a dealer, running a team, I would consider running some competitions because what a great advantage it gives you, especially during the summers, to get ahead and push hard. Longer daylight hours, really no reason you shouldn't be competing. In lieu of that, I thought let's do a podcast on this. And if you are not involved in competitions, then it might be a good idea to join a group or possibly, company that has competitions, or just create your own. That's what a lot of these programs are for. Maybe we'll do a Solarpreneur competition. Let me know if you've got interest in that. Have thought about running some competitions, but I know there's great programs like door-to-door experts, Knockstar, Danny Pessy, he's doing his Lord of the Doors right now. A bunch of different competitions you can find where you can buy into these and just participate in them, and they do prizes and everything too. So consider joining one of those if your company does not have some strong competition, or if you just want a little extra challenge. All right, so I'm going to give you guys 4 tips, 4 things that really I think you can focus on to help you win these competitions and just perform at your maximum level. Okay, it's all about the buy-in, right? So let's get into the 4 tips. All right, tip number 1 is the buy-in. Okay, guess I gave it away. But that is especially for you married people, maybe you're in a serious relationship, something that I have learned over the years and that's we've been talking about a little bit lately with some of the competitions I've entered is you need to get your spouse or significant other to buy in as well. Hey, I mentioned in the previous episode, I actually just had our third kid. We had our third kid, and definitely got to ask for some permission to grind because when you have not only 2 but 3 kids, you can get in trouble if you just run off 12 hours a day. So I have to get buy-in from my spouse and let her know when the competitions are, how long they're running, how much I plan to actually grind during these competitions. And I think it's very, very important if you want to win, get your spouse bought in, or maybe get your friend, whatever, get other people around you bought into the competition, because not only will they hold you accountable to push more, but you're getting permission in the case of people that are married, or in the case of people that needs to maintain their relationships. So trust me, learn that the hard way sometimes. So learn from my mistakes. Okay, but remember, we only not only want to crush it in sales in solar, but we want to crush it in all areas of life, and that's one of the values we have here on our team. Actually, is not just succeeding in business and in sales, but succeeding in faith, family, fitness, finance, all of the above. And I think we should all strive to do that. Everyone that's in the solar industry. So that's tip number 1. Make sure you buy in and talk to your relationships. All right. And then tip number 2 is focus on the controllables. All right. As I was planning this podcast, I was reminded of, most of you guys have probably seen this, but the Michael Phelps photo of him winning the race, and, famous photo, the guy in second place, he's not looking at the finish line. He's looking at Michael Phelps. Okay. So I think too many of us, we're focusing on what can we do to not lose, but how about focusing on what can we do to win, right? How many conversations are we going to have during the day? How many deals do we need to get in? If we just work our tails off, if we just push hard, focus on the winning, then I think everything else will fall into place. It should never be, okay, let's figure out what do we need to do to just barely inch by, to just beat the next competition, right? We should be focusing on the winning. And I'm reminded that our competition, they have 3-day rounds right now, and it's elimination, right? So it's, you got to make the next round or you're going home. I think they do have a consolation bracket. So that's tip number 2, is focus on the controllables and focus on what you can do to not only to not just not lose, but to actually win. Okay, and then tip number 3 is start a group chat with your team, with the people in the competition. Hey, in my case, I guess some competitions maybe you're just doing it man versus man, but our competitions, it's like team deathmatch style, right? Shout out to the old Halo days. So we got teams of 5, and we're going head to head against different competitors. And so I like that style because we can all motivate each other, be in a group chat, get each other fired up. So right now we've got all 5 of us, we're closing deals, and then we've got the setters in the competition, and we all have the common goal. We know we need a hit, so we're getting our setters fired up. We're dropping additional incentives for the setters. This week we're doing the top setter with a minimum of 2 sets that close is going to get a pair of the Nike 270s, I think they're super nice, like $200 shoes. So yeah, consider getting all your team together. And then if you're listening to this, you be the ringleader, get your team bought in, get your guys motivated, drop the additional incentives, right? Because if you get your guys all bought in, then you're much more likely to win it. And many times I've seen this be the difference between the winners and the losers, is the people that have their group chats the most dialed in and the group bought in, fired up for the goal. Okay, so that's tip number, what we're on 3. All right, and then last but not least, make sure you prepare yourself for the long days. Hey, if you really are buying in, really grinding, really pushing to win the competitions, you're probably going to be putting in, 10, 11, 12-hour days. So prepare for that. If you're going out 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., you got to make this thing sustainable too, right? Depending how long the competition is. You got to make sure you're packing your food. Make sure you are packing your chargers, portable chargers, right? Make sure you're packing your slicks, maybe you're using paper handouts like me to drop off little cards to your customers, appointment reminder cards. That's what I use, qualification cards. Okay, and then another thing, too many people in door to door in solar, they're relying on just the energy drinks, the Adderall. They're pumping this stuff through their veins like it's candy. Hey, this I've been there. I've done that. I don't think it's sustainable. All right, and then focus on the controllables. Focus on the winning, not on how can you not lose. Start your group chat, get it dialed in, and then last but not least, get prepared, stay prepared, take care of your body. You don't want to sacrifice, um, your sanity or your body just to win a competition. And then just sell ethical, right? Hope these things help. Again, reminder, hit me up if you have content suggestions, if you have people you want on the show, on the podcast, or if you have topics you want us to cover. We're always looking for quality guests to come on. And make sure you tune into the next episodes. We've got some insanely good guests, just blown away by some of these people. And the nuggets they're sharing have literally, a lot of them have changed my sales career.